Most people will never experience real power. You want to know why? Because they think hard work alone will save them. Because they confuse exhaustion with execution. Because they don't realize they're operating inside systems they didn't design. So if you're tired but going nowhere and tired of going nowhere, you're not grinding. You are being grounded. So let's get to the raw and the uncooked. You think grind is about staying busy. Let me show you what real systems look like. Starting with the first one I ever seen. My OG grandfather. Loved that dude. Unofficial cab driver, VHS tape hustler, corner OG, without saying a word. He ain't just hustle. He maximized his environment. If he was outside, he needed ROI, money, momentum, knowledge, connection, but never motion without return. You see, the block was a living organism. Some moved to get it, others moved to make it, but everybody moved. So that's why I first learned you're either the product, pushing the product, or being consumed by it. I didn't want to be a customer. I didn't want to be the worker. I wanted to be the system the customer depended on. And that shift from pusher to product to provider to God-backed architect was my evolution. It was the evolution. I didn't just want to learn how to hustle. I learned how to evolve. And that evolution, it comes in 4 levels. So if you're really about trying to become the system, and if you really want to be the product, let me break it down. There's runners, responders, route setters, and root sources. Every person you know fits into one of these levels. Let's start with level 1, the runner. Those are hands-on keyboard moving, reacting, surviving, no foresight, no delegation, just grind. Then there's level 2 responders. They give directions to runners. They're slightly elevated, but still bound to urgency, still reactive to the system. Then there's route setters, level 3. They design the plans, delegate the process, but if not aligned with God's system, the entire structure collapses. Which brings us to level 4, the root source. At level 4, you are the system. You embody the value. You scale through divine alignment. And here's the really real. You can't graduate to the next R until you become the root source of the one you are in. That is how you scale. That is how we separate. Are you the root source? And before you go thinking this is just about the block, let me show you how this system reveals itself in every domain. So it's clear. The block taught me, but business is what really revealed it to me. Some people unpack the boxes. Some people tell you where to stack them. Some people decide what gets delivered. And then there's the box itself. The thing everything else depends on. Don't just move the box. Don't just ship it. Be the box, the container of value, the thing everything else organizes around. That a little too corny? How about this? Think about war. There's one who loads the clip, one who gives the order, one who defines the why, and the essence in which the war is fought for. So here's system law. If you're not the source, you are a subcontractor to somebody else's mission. But here's one system law deeper than all the others. Your internal operating system, your OS. Let me show you how I found mine. I was raised Catholic. Church, altar boy, nightly prayers so intense, I couldn't sleep without him. And then life hit, because life hits all of us. I lost home. I lost belief. I told my grandmother one time, God ain't real. Boom, she slapped me. First and only time. I crossed the line. Cool. And for years, I drifted, faithless but still feeling, until I heard God for myself. Not in the pew, not in the pages, but in my thoughts, my emotion, my execution. And that is when I realized God isn't outside you. God is your operating system. Thought is prayer. Emotion is energy. Execution is proof. And here's what happens when you're rooted in this source. You stop asking for permission. You start moving like a source because you are from the source. So let me stop you right here, right now. If you vanished tomorrow, would your system still run without you? If not, you are not a system. You're a runner. You're a keyboard pusher with motion sickness. You could strip my name. You could strip my title. You could strip my income. You'll still see me in all the things we overlooked today. You'll see me in my wife, in my kids, in the culture I design. My daughter, she still will build. My son, he will stack. My wife will still move like a queen. Because I ain't just raised people like my grandfather did me. I implanted a system. That is what it means to be a root source. You don't just leave love, you leave infrastructure. So today, right now, be real with yourself. What role are you in and what is keeping you there? Ask yourself this question. What level am I operating at and why haven't I elevated yet? Runner, responder, route setter, root, source. Be honest, be real. You got to live with yourself anyway. Then write down your next move. Don't just reflect, reposition yourself. Come back, drop a one-liner in the comments. I'm currently a rank. Maybe you're a runner, but I'm elevating to root. I'm executing and getting it done. Let's be real. I don't care who you are or where you are. You were never meant to unpack someone else's boxes forever. You were never meant to be told where to stack. You were never meant to be a runner in somebody else's system. You were built to be the box. You were built to be the source. You were built to be the blueprint, the root. And once you realize that, you stop moving for approval. You start building for eternity. Own the system or be erased by it, because you either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.